If you thought waiting a few months for an American release for a game was rough, imagine waiting 7 years for a game. China didn't even get a Nintendo 64 console at all until the iQue player came along in 2003. The company iQue, which was then only a joint venture between Chinese scientists Wei Yun and Nintendo, was licensed to create the console in 15 games, one of which is Super Mario 64.
It's me, Mario!
Naturally, to port a game over to China, lots of localization decisions have to be made. Admittedly, the end result for Super Mario 64 looks pretty good. Lots of graphics have been adjusted, such as the power meter and even the game's logo. The game is mostly a port of the Shindo version of the game, which you may know is a remake of the Japanese version, which included vibration support, patched BLJs, and some different voice lines. Since I'm a language nut, what I want to do in this video is explore the translation as I did with the Japanese version. Personally, level names are always my favorite. We have Bomb Kingdom, Whomp Fortress, Pirate Gulf, Cool Icy Snow Mountain, Big Boo's Castle, Lost Cave, Lava Hill, Extremely Hot Desert, Frightening Dock, Snowman Kingdom, Underwater Ruins, Tall Mountain Range, Small People Land, Big People Land, Swaying Old Clock, and Rainbow Travels. Can we just talk about Lethal Lava Land for a second? I mean, I put the word for hell in Baidu and this kind of stuff pops up. Clearly this is a serious matter here. There must be more to this game than we thought. I think Wet Dry World also has a cooler name, putting more focus on the bottom section of the stage. And Tiny Huge Island just... I mean, that's literally the stage, except there's no people. Anyway, let's look at the mission names. Thanks to the previous video, I noticed right away that in the second mission, Koopa the Quick is also just referred to as a Koopa. The name's pronunciation is even based off the Japanese name Noko Noko, read something like Nooku Nooku. The fifth mission just reads so funny. I have this image in my head of Mario growing wings and turning into a bird like some kind of animorph. For Chain Chomp's gate, I'm getting the feeling that the English translation kind of retconned the idea that the gate was supposed to be a doghouse, as the Chinese also has no mention of it. Chip off Whomp's block, more like Whomp King's lost his marbles. In Chinese, the Whomp King isn't just mad, he's full-on psychotic. I guess 7 years of being ground pounded will do that to somebody. Then we've got Blast Away the Wall. The best translation for this is break the wall, grab the star. So while break with the cannon in Japanese told you what to do, the Chinese tells you why. Nobody ever asks why. Except China. Good job, China. There isn't much different here either in Jolly Roger Bay, although, when the eel come out to play, the second mission gets turned into a command. I think it's safe to say Mario's pretty exhausted and just wants the star. Cool Mountain is full of all kinds of differences. First, we see that the slide properly belongs to the penguins. Little Penguin Lost tells you more specifically what to do, as does Snowman's Lost His Head. The Big Penguin Race is evidently a skiing match, and wall kicks are important. That's all. In Big Boo's Haunt, Mario's got a new Ghost Story compilation coming out this winter with mission number 1. And we are given a clue as to what we're looking for in the study, although less so how to find it. For Hazy Maze Cave, I think these mission names line up pretty well. Although I'm laughing at number 3, which is just so matter-of-factly Metal Mario. The missions in Lethal Lava Land are more or less the same, but the fun begins with the 4th. What sounds like a fun activity in English is now a dangerous trap in Chinese. Honestly, reads like a warning sign. Return the Star to Me, Vulture is probably the funniest mission name I've seen so far. It's been 7 years, and Mario's had enough of Klepto's crap. Don't blame him. Mission 3, normally inside the ancient pyramid, switches things up entirely to Pharaoh's Treasure. Hole jumping for red coins has had a variety of names, apparently. In Japanese, we saw that it was 8 red coins of the Bowser who fled. But in Chinese, we have Genius Acrobat. This choice seems arbitrary, but it's not inaccurate. Similarly, Collect the Caps was in Japanese, try collecting the caps and see what happens. But in Chinese, we have Hat Collector. I love how to the point the whole stage is. Mission 2, Chill with the Bully, is bluntly Cold Bully, and In the Deep Freeze is literally just Ice Sculpture Maze. With a name like that, it's really hard to miss the star. Even better, Mission 4 is now Frozen Pond Waltz, and Mission 5 refers to the Koopa shell that you use for the red coins as a skateboard. Lastly, keeping with the igloo theme that we see in the English translation, this mission is named Eskimo's Cabin. I still wonder why the Japanese was Spindrift's home. Only the first one of these seemed odd. The little moving platforms are obviously not springboards, but the word for springboard is explicitly used. The remaining star names are fairly identical, so there's not really much else to see here. Mission 5 sounds like a tour guide book line. Looking for your next vacation destination? What about this thrilling waterfall cave? Mission 1 leaves out an important detail present in Japanese. The piranha plants involved for this star are located on the giant island, and that hint is gone. The Chinese just plainly calls it piranha plant. Mission 3 is so oddly phrased, though it isn't wrong. The thing I complained about in English being mistranslated gets fixed in Chinese. Now it's jump into the cage. The rest of the missions are much more direct than the English or Japanese, where we have such titles as Jump Onto the Hand and Top Floor of the Clock. Truly great localization work. The only notable difference here is the big house in the sky is now a castle. Looks awfully weird for a castle. Where's the throne? Who decorated this place? Now let's take a look at the secret stars. We have the Princess's Secret Slide, the Secret Aquarium, Bowser of the Dark World, Tower of the Wing Cap, Waterfall Cavern of the Metal Cap, Vanish Cap in the Moat, Bowser in the Fire Sea, Leap Over the Rainbow, and Bowser of the Sky City. The last two are the most interesting. Wing Mario Over the Rainbow is now Leap Over the Rainbow, and it is revealed that the area in the sky is a city of some sort. Peculiar change in my opinion, as this does not appear in any other language. The German, however, is the only language to refer to it as a castle. Lastly, I want to go over some of the enemy names. There's too many names to go through all of them, but I'll talk about the most popular ones. Bob-ombs are referred to as bomb soldiers, just like their Japanese name, Bomuhei. Whomp's name is based on the Chinese onomatopoeia for bang. Japanese is like this as well. Goomba's Japanese name is also the origin of its Chinese name. Kuribo, meaning chestnut guy, becomes Lizi Xiaozi in Chinese with the same meaning. I probably butchered that. I had to Google for ages to find a translation of Spindrift, and eventually found it on some obscure guide written on some Chinese forums, but here it is. It literally means light and airy flower, which is reminiscent of the Japanese hua hua san, meaning Ms. Fluffy. Whose Chinese name is weird in my opinion. The first part of it means pee-pee, in the same sort of way that we use it to talk to kids, and the second part just means demon or monster. I don't know what they were thinking when they came up with this. Finding the translation for Scuttlebug was also very difficult. A fan translation refers to them as spiders, but I'm uncertain if this is official. Koopa Troopas, as mentioned earlier, are based off the Japanese name Noko Noko, meaning to wander or idle around. Bullet bills are referred to as bullet killers, possibly based off of the Japanese name, which is simply killer. Klepto is plainly vulture, just as Mr. Eye is plainly eyeball. Toad's name is based on the Japanese Kinopio. Peach's name translates to Princess Peach Flower. And lastly, Bowser's name is based on the Japanese Koopa. Putting all of this together took quite a lot of time, but I had so much fun doing it. If you found this video informative or interesting, please leave a like or a comment, and if you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. I plan to write a text version of this with more information on some of the missions and level names, so be sure to look out for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later!